Meal planning for the week is a simple part of my weekly rhythm that has been a game changer to make sure that our household just runs smoothly. So today I thought I would take you along with me and share some of my simple meal planning tips that I use every single week. So first I need to print out my meal planner for the week. I created this, I don't even know how long ago, but it has helped me to just stay on track. I have a section where I write out our meals, a section where I write the groceries that I'll need for each meal, and then a section where I write what I can prep ahead of time for that meal. So next week I will share with you how I go about meal prepping in under an hour for our week. But here, what I'm doing is I'm just looking through our fridge and seeing what items I might have that I need to use up before the week ends so that I know, okay, I need to incorporate these ingredients into my meals for the week. So then I'll just head over to the table. I pull out our our monthly calendar so that I know what is going on for the week. If we have something happening in the evening, um, then I can write that in on the side, and then I know, okay, this evening I want either a quick meal or I want to make sure that I cook this meal during nap time that day, or I want to prep it ahead of time, depending on what's going on. So here, Chris and Asher are leaving on a trip for a few days, so I write that on the side. And then I just start looking through, okay, what are the items that I just wrote down from our fridge, and where do I maybe want to plug those in? You'll also see I have our recipe box. So for our family, I like to keep what we call a capsule meals, I guess. And what that is it's just a list of meals that I can go to at any point in the week, in the month, whenever I'm planning meals, and I can look and be reminded of the basic meals that our family loves, that all of our kiddos love, that I usually have most, if not all, the ingredients for. So, say there's days or weeks where I just don't have the energy to really think about meal planning, I can pull out my list of capsule meals and just go straight off of that. So that's what I'm looking at here. I actually put all of these printables, so my weekly meal planner and our capsule meals for our family, into a PDF that you can download if you'd like. I thought that that might be helpful for y'all as you are trying to maybe start incorporating meal planning in your week for your family. So I'll put a link in the description box below, and you can go and get this downloaded. I created a section where I actually will start adding more and more homemaking resources for you. I think I'm calling it the Homemakers Resource Library or something like that. So if you go and just shoot me your email, then I can send you to that library where then you can download these, and then anything else that I create as I think it might be helpful for you or that I create to use in my own home, I'll upload those there, and then you'll just have access to them at any point in time. So here I have looked through our capsule meals and have put in the ones that I want to do. There's a couple of evenings a week where we do the same thing, the same meal, just to make it simple and straightforward. The boys never get tired of these meals. We never get tired of these meals. And so that I can just put them on repeat every week and everyone will be happy and well fed. One of those is our Friday night Shabbat dinner. We always do a pasta dish for this meal. I I have kiddos sitting at the table with me while I'm doing this. Our little guy is napping and the others are coloring pictures. So that's why my camera got bumped. But that's, of course, part of motherhood, is just getting stuff done in the midst of kiddos. Excuse me. So, anyways, there's a couple of meals that we use every single week. We do a pasta meal Friday nights with sourdough bread, and then Saturday nights I tend to like to do burgers and fries because they're simple, straightforward. Our family loves them, and Saturday is like a big rest day for us, which means that I don't want to be thinking about cooking anything extravagant. I just want something that's going to be yummy and that all the boys are going to love. We don't do like the whole buns and toppings and everything with these burgers. We just grill them with some cheese on top, put the sweet potatoes in the oven to bake, and we are good to go. We'll make a little fry sauce with some mayonnaise and ketchup mixed together, which the boys always love, and that's that. Sometimes we'll serve it with pickles on the side, but it's very straightforward. So anyways, I always have those two meals planned out, which makes it even better because then I'm only figuring out 5 other meals. So I'll look at my capsule meals, and then here what I'm doing is I have a couple favorite websites that I like to go to that have great, simple, real ingredient food recipes. So I'm just kind of exploring. There's some weeks where it's so fun to try something new. And then there's other weeks where I don't want to try anything new. I just want what's simple and straightforward. But this week I thought it would be fun to try a couple new ones. So I'm just perusing a couple of the websites that I love to look through. I do our meal planning on Thursdays. I try to make it a habit to do it the same day every week so that I know that it'll get done and I know what to expect that day. I feel like that is one of the keys to creating just a well-run household, is having kind of anchors within your week where you can expect certain things are happening on certain days. So Thursdays are meal planning days. Then in the evening we do our family meeting, which I've been thinking that it might be fun to do a video sharing what our family meeting looks like. So if that would be something that would be helpful for you, I can do that. Just let me know in the comments. But once I have our meals planned on Thursday at nap time, then I can go over it with Chris in the evening, Thursday evening, as we do our family meeting where we kind of go over the next couple weeks, and we have kind of an agenda of things that we want to touch base on and just make sure that we're on the same page. And yeah, that we're working towards the vision and the mission that we feel like God has for our family. These weekly meetings just help us to really facilitate that well. So now what I'm going through and doing is, so on the left side of this sheet you can see there's every day of the week and then what the meals are going to be for that day. I try to always make sure that I'm planning out our dinners, and then I have capsule meals for our lunches, and those are like my go-to lunches. I don't really have to think about them, and I'll even do like the same lunches for multiple days in a row so that I can just prep like a big batch of, say, tuna with sliced up carrots and bell pepper. Can prep a big batch of that on Sunday afternoon when I do my meal prepping, and then we have it set for a few days of lunches. Lunches, I try to do really simple meals, things that don't take much time or thought, but that get them full so that then the little one naps good, the others just have a good quiet and rest time. So anyways, I at least make sure that all of our dinners are planned, and then sometimes I'll plan breakfasts and lunches just pulling meals from our capsule meals. And then what I'll go through and do is write down any groceries that I need for the meals that I have planned. A lot of times I try to make sure that I'm just using using meals, planning meals that we already have most of the ingredients for. And this is where having a well-stocked pantry comes in key. And I will share, maybe next week I'll share what our family, no, next week I'm sharing a meal prep day, what a meal prep day looks like. But then maybe after that I'll share what we do to stock our pantry, the foods that we like to keep on hand in the pantry, in the fridge, in the freezer, so that we always have staples on hand to make meals as simple and straightforward as possible. So oftentimes I don't have a whole lot on my grocery list because I am stocking up at places like Azure, which is, if you watched my video last week, I shared some of the items that I love to get from Azure. There's one meal on here where you can see I have like a little list going of items. I wanted to make a green chili chicken enchilada. It's one of Chris's favorites, but we don't always keep all of these ingredients on hand. So it needs like sour cream and cream cheese and Mexican cheese blend. So anyways, I'll just write down whatever groceries that I need, and then I can submit a grocery pickup order. So then it's super easy. Oh, our boys wanted to share their coloring pages with y'all, and yeah. So from my grocery list, I'll just put together a quick grocery pickup so that then either this afternoon, depending if they have that time slot available, or tomorrow morning, Friday morning, I can do a quick grocery pickup. And then, I have kind of created a rhythm for all of this. So I want to have our meals planned on Thursday so that Friday I can make sure that our fridge is full with whatever we need for the weekend and the following week, so that then Saturday we can rest well and know that everything is set, that we have all the ingredients that we need for all the things. We don't have to run to the grocery store for anything or grab takeout for anything. And then on Sunday is when I like to just dedicate a couple hours to prepping whatever I can prep for the week. So it's become like a consistent rhythm where I don't have to think about it a whole lot. And I know that everything is going to get done. And then there's not days where it's like, oh, we have nothing in the fridge. I have nothing planned. What are we going to do? What are we going to eat? I have my fully stocked pantry from my Azure order, and then we'll do like a big Costco order, or not order, but like a Costco trip at some point in the month to kind of stock up on a lot of the things. And then I'll just do my grocery pickup on Fridays. And then we have a full fridge Friday ready for the weekend, because we like to spend Saturday resting and enjoying. We like to make sure that there's just yummy food to enjoy too. That's part of resting and enjoying for us. So anyways, that is kind of my process for planning grocery shopping and then prepping, which I will share with you a video all about how I prep in an hour or two each week. I don't prep everything for the week, but I do try to get as much done as possible. So I think when I was doing this prepping video, I was able to get 5 or 6 items checked off of our list, which just feels really nice. Then it's like one less thing to do during the day of for whatever meal I'm making. Also, I will say when I'm planning these, they're very flexible. I'm not rigid with it. So say Monday comes along and I really would rather have Thursday's meal rather than what I have planned for Monday's meal, then I will just flip-flop them. And because I have stocked our fridge on Friday with everything that we need for all of these meals, then I can easily flip-flop them, no problem, have stuff potentially prepped for them, also just have the fridge full with the items that I need for them. So it's a great way for me to just plan ahead. It really allows me to just make a decision one time. I just take 20 minutes, decide on what we're going to do, and then I'm not having to decide every day, having to think about it every day. I just pin my little list, my little planner, I guess I would call, what do I call it? Weekly meal planner. Yeah. Pin it to the fridge, and then I can just look at it the morning of and see, okay, do I need to put something during lunch or during nap time? Do I need to pull something out of the freezer? Anything like that. I am just ready to go. And like I said, I love to just post this meal plan to our fridge so that everyone knows what to expect for our week. Be sure to join me next week where I will be spending a couple hours in the kitchen meal prepping anything that I can so that our evenings throughout the week go as smoothly and seamlessly as possible and that we are ready to eat when dinner time comes.